welcome to Brand Device again, and today's video will be with my wife Alina, and we want to talk about a few of the financial goals that we have set for ourselves for the year 2021. Thank you so much for everybody who joined in, who subscribed to the channel, who was watching the videos and was following my journey of investing from just starting with absolute zero to over 100k in stocks this year. 100k was on Trade Republic, and then I had 10k on Scalable Capital, so that's also some nice addition there.
He's super passionate about this channel.
Yeah.
Always talks about stocks and stuff, even if I don't want to listen about it anymore.
No, I think the one thing that annoys Selena the most is talking about saving all the time, save. But I feel in the starting it's important. You have to cut out your expenses so that you can grow faster.
Yeah, I don't feel like there's any change in our income at all because he is saving everything. I feel
that's so true. Our lifestyle. You talk about lifestyle inflation. Once you start earning more, your lifestyle increases. We don't do that. We have been able to keep it the same we were when we were, I don't know, earning what, 1,500 euros a month with Alina's full-time income, and my business income was always sporadic. Now it has stabilized a bit because of some accounts and stuff.
It was a really good year for us, even though the situation was not ideal. I mean, my business definitely suffered a lot. Barrett's fortunately was not so much affected, and so we wanted to speak about our financial goals. So we purchased our first business property with 24. We have put a lot of money inside, because we bought a very old house. It was from 18?
Yeah, 1785 in the sense, but it was renovated for sure, but it's still not later than 1994.
There's a lot of old stuff. For example, we have to make some renovation now on our wall because the wood is more than 200 years old and stuff like that. So you can definitely feel that the house is old. So we have done a lot of renovations, and all of our neighbors are telling us, you guys are way too fast. And we have definitely changed the house completely. We changed windows, we changed doors, we added 2 new rooms.
We built a new kitchen and we built a new gym inside the house, and these rooms were non-existent previously.
And we made it into 2 house units. So even at any point if we have to sell the house, the value definitely went up, because now people can always do a business on the side with this house. So we are slowly finishing the renovation. It has been a lot of money, and it has been also a lot of nerves and efforts, and it's even though we don't do much with our hands, but just supervising the handyman.
Not just that, there's always drama with the handyman. Somebody does something wrong. That's the thing I tell about the houses. This is also the reason I'm not a huge fan of buying real estate. I really hate the kind of mental energy it takes and the money it takes. It's always a lot more than what you would figure out in the starting, and that's why I'm rather happy with my stocks. Just they pay me dividends, and I don't have to worry about the water supply, changing the filters, and some wall leaking or some tile blowing off in the wind and stuff like that. And so that's where I stand. Yes, we could get a lot of things done in 2020, and now for 2021, the first goal that we have set for ourselves is growing our business. I've been able to consistently scale my business and 3x it every single year from 2017. And this is the same plan for me for 2021. Well, in best case scenario 4x or something, and getting more companies whose social media campaigns and whose marketing we can handle, or even helping smaller businesses, or somebody who's just starting out, he doesn't know how to start up the online business and things like that. We can also help with that. So that is going to be the focus going in 2021. And I think that's pretty much for me, just scaling the business further.
So my business was, again, like I said, very compromised because of COVID. I think it has been now 7 months that the border was closed and I was not able to do the business. The problem with my business is it's very much dependent on foreigners, so the borders has to be open in order for me to do my business, and because it was not, I couldn't do it. So I definitely am looking forward to the borders opening again, and I already have some people who are like waiting to get married or like to stay at the Airbnb, and that's what I'm planning. In general, I want to focus more on the marriage business, like make it really big.
Yeah, I mean, we started out with a good name. Aero Diaries is a good name, and I find it funny how nobody bought the website before that. I was seeing, alright, like Aero Diaries is available, so I bought the website right away. I got the Instagram handle and the Facebook handle and everything. So that, like, all of this sounds homogeneous, and then we have a proper solid brand, like also with the URLs and the links and everything. I think one thing that I forgot about my business is like hiring like more employees. I was able to hire my first full-time employee in 2020, and also like get an intern. So that was also a nice thing. And then some like remote workers like from other countries. Like that really worked out very well. So the second goal for 2021 is going to be to find a more tax-friendly country, because in Germany right now we are paying almost like 45% of our income, and like when you put all of the other contributions together, it sometimes reaches 50%, which I find absolutely unbelievable. Like, how is it possible that somebody who's working 7 days a week and who doesn't have holidays, who's probably working like 10, 12 hours a day, is like have to pay 50% of the money away to people like who are maybe like not working at all, or like who are like not motivated to like work more than they should. So I'm like absolutely not happy about it, and I think there should be more tax reasonable countries available. And like of course you can find it in EU itself. Bulgaria, they're just like taking 10% flat tax, doesn't matter how much you earn, and 5% tax on dividends, which is also going to be better than what we have in Germany with 26.375%. So
yeah, so
that's definitely something.
I'm trying to convince Bharat to like record this journey for his channel. I don't know if he's gonna go through with it, but
yeah, it will be a lot of work for sure. Like if we travel to every single country and then like try to like talk to the lawyers and figuring out, hey, who is willing to get recorded.
You can let us know in the comments if you would be interested in that. But for me it's like a little bit more complicated. I don't know if I would register in the same country as Bharat, as I don't think it really makes sense, because my business is here in Denmark and I have to pay my taxes anyways here. So for me, registering in another country doesn't really make sense. So I'm considering to register here.
Issue with Denmark is like 56% taxes. Yeah, this is even worse than Germany.
Crazy.
And the problem with like with like getting married and like getting registered in separate countries is that like one country can say like hey, you're still getting income from the other partner, and you also have to tax that income here. So that will be like really unbelievable for me, like if this goes in that direction. And that's why I'm telling Alina to like to wait with the registration in Denmark.
We are checking things out, talking to the tax consultants, seeing what makes sense the most, because for me, like, I really want to continue this business, but I also don't want to like have huge life changes just because of this business. So maybe I will see.
The third goal that we have is buying a second property, and that is not going to be in Germany for sure.
Yeah.
And the main reason, I've said it over and over again also in my videos previously, is that the real estate market in Germany, you cannot like get much out of it. Like people say like it is a great way to like invest and build wealth and stuff like that, but it's absolute nonsense. First of all, if you're taking a huge credit to buy your house, and like people say you just like rent it to somebody else and like let them pay the house and everything. Yes, it's fine for some people like who are into it, but I'm the kind of person who absolutely hates that. I think we both like we really hate that. And for example, we bought the car on a loan for 4 years, and it is such a pain now because we want to like get away, like we want to like sell the car and stuff, but like we cannot do it without prior permission from the bank and everything.
Yeah, so we need to figure that out, and it's always very complicated to get out of a loan in advance, and like yeah, that's very complicated.
So in general, like I think Germany we're not going to do because of that, and also because of the Mietspiegel, like you are only allowed to charge a specific amount of rent from the tenants. So what's the point again? Why would you pay a made up, let's say, value or money for the house? Let's say somebody says I'm going to sell it for 3.5k, but then you're like 350,000 euros, and then you're only allowed to charge like 800 euros a month. What will you earn from that? And that's the reason, like, Germany is definitely out of the books. Where we might be taking a look at Bulgaria, Turkey, or like, some other countries For example, this house is in Denmark. Yeah. Um, we will see with Denmark for sure, but I think like it would be nice to like diversify further and like not have all of the eggs in one single basket. So the fourth goal is to increase my dividend income from 244 euros. It is what it is right now at 244 euros to 500 euros per month. And maybe like along the way also like teach Alina like how maybe stocks are better than real estate.
Yeah, because for me it's like, oh, I earned 8 euro dividends and I'm like, okay, and what is that? But like,
yeah, but you have to see the bigger
exactly,
goal, right? Like I was also talking to one of the followers on Instagram and he's like, my girlfriend doesn't let me sleep because I'm like investing this money and I'm only getting like this much dividends. But the problem with that is like you always have to see the longer picture. It's
hard to understand for me, and it's like I'm doing Airbnb and I'm getting like 400 euros. That like you feel the money right away, but this is like I think more of a long-term thing, which I don't understand yet, but like Bharat wants to teach me.
Yeah, definitely. So like, you know, maybe more focus on that. And this is again like always the money that you never have to work for. Other people whom you have like invested the money in, they are working for you and you're getting the profits out in the end. But you don't have to work for it, which sounds really, really nice to me. The fifth goal that we have is working on ourselves. We want to really like focus further on like more personality development and figuring out better mindsets and working on ourselves in the sense of...
Yeah, I definitely want to become more disciplined and like more hardworking. So I'm actually considering to rent a small office space in the city center, which is like really affordable here. It's like around 100 to 200 euros per month, and that could be something which could help that. And then reading more books. Yeah, like sometimes you just become very lazy and you just watch series and stuff, and that doesn't really help you in any way. And I feel like I have kind of gone that path, and now I want to like get back to like reading educational books and stuff, and yeah, taking daily walks, working on losing weight, things like that.
The sixth one is going to be to like travel more. Because I personally really miss that. I think like I would have loved to like visit the family or like visit my brother in Canada, but none of it worked out in 2020. Also because of the house repairs, it just got too much. Like I'm at a stage right now where I just want to leave from this place. Yeah. And just like get away for a while.
It's like, for example, I have a few tasks in the house to paint a window, but I just have absolutely no desire anymore because it has been so much this year, so much painting, so much renovation that I cannot bring myself to just do that small task. And I really feel like I really want to spend some time away, also travel to different places, and yeah, I think that is also a good way to grow.
Definitely. I mean, you just learn from more experiences, maybe like, you know, meet more people and stuff like that. So I'm super curious like what 2021 has in store for us. I hope this entire story with the pandemic and stuff goes away like sooner, because it's just really annoying at this moment. And also like with the governments just like so happy to like just put a lockdown one after the next, just not knowing like what kind of harm it is doing to the smaller businesses who are actually relying on people ordering different kind of stuff, and just like destroying everything. Like I just absolutely am not a huge fan of that.
So actually 2019 I had a lot of hopes for 2020. It didn't really work out. Now again, I think my hopes are not too high, so I don't get as disappointed as this year. So let's see what we can achieve in 21.
Thank you so much guys for watching this video, and thank you so much for being a part of our journey, of our investing journey, and like seeing the Airbnb stuff, because I think we also like talked about it in one of the previous videos. And if you're interested in how like the Airbnb side of the business works too, you can also let us know in the comment section below. We wish you all a happy new year, and we'll see you in another video. Bye.
Bye.